Tribe, today we're talking about supplements. It's one thing that there's so much information on. We don't know what to take. Should we take it? How should we take it? Why do we take it? And we're here to help kind of clarify a little bit of that message. So, Nadine, where do we want to start?
Let's start with probably the biggest question that we get is protein. So right here we have some whey protein, but a lot of people will ask, what type of protein should I take? When should I take the protein? Is it even necessary? So a protein supplement is not necessary, but a lot of times we have trouble hitting our actual protein goal throughout the day, and that's where a protein shake or a protein supplement would be helpful. When it comes to different types of protein powders, there are a few different types. The most effective one after a workout would probably be your whey. So that's what we have right here.
Why whey?
So whey will digest the quickest into the body, and it'll get into your muscles the fastest, which is what you want right after a workout. You want to basically begin that repair process as quick as possible right after you finish your workout. You broke down a bunch of muscles or a bunch of muscle fibers throughout your workout. Getting that protein in quickly will help just repair that as fast as possible.
Yeah, and we work with Driven. We've been with them for years, and we're getting them back on our shelves now that we moved out here. And I've been literally drinking whey protein. That's actually what I've been doing. This fresh cinnamon roll I've been using for 3 years, and I have not changed my protein powder in 3 years. And usually I'm a person who have a protein powder for a couple months, maybe a month if it sucks, and then I'm changing it up. If you're going for flavor, we're going to tell you this: everyone's palate is different, and everyone's gut is going to be different as well too. So what works for everyone else might not work for you. The only way to actually find out whether that whey protein tastes good to you or whether it works for you is to try it, unfortunately. So, we spent years, and we still do, buying new proteins.
Yeah.
Like we bought vegan proteins, or you have a vegan protein that you're on right now too.
Yeah. So I'm currently taking a vegan protein just because I'm not doing dairy right now. The thing so a lot of people will say, should I do vegan or should I do a whey or dairy protein? Either one, like you just said, is going to be kind of up in the air about what your body kind of digests the best. Vegan proteins I always had trouble with. The one I have right now has digestive enzymes in it, so I'm able to digest it. Same thing with whey. I would have a certain whey protein, I would feel like a disaster after. Whenever I had the Driven ones though, I never felt bad after having their whey protein. Actually digested very, very well in my body, and it shakes up, or it mixes really well. If you mix it with water, I would mix it with almond milk, and it mixed up very well too. You don't get like that chunky, grainy flavor with it too.
And what we also do love about Driven is they keep with our primal ways that it's hormone and gluten-free. It does add a little bit of leucine in there as well too, which is going to help support your muscles as well. Main amino acid, I should say. And gives you a selective group of branched chain amino acids. But we just have a couple of these in stock. We're going to be putting up a pre-order as well too, so you'll see that coming. But first come, first serve on these bottles. We have the fresh cinnamon roll, which is my absolute favorite. I'm not even a cinnamon roll person. I don't even like cinnamon. I don't, but this legitimately tastes like a cinnamon roll, especially if you throw it in with some milk. But we also got the chocolate milkshake, which is another big seller that we have too. And then we have a couple other different types of proteins that we offer too, like a casein protein, which this, like Nadine was saying, it hydrolyzes really well, so it mixes really well with liquid, so it doesn't get chunky. When we start talking about like a casein or casein, that's the question, potato, is how do you say it. But with that casein, it's more of a slow digestion, slow release protein. So we have that like right before we go to bed. So as the body is in an anabolic state, a fat burning state while we sleep, that's why sleep is so important to recovery, that when our body's in that anabolic state, it's getting proteins or amino acids to released and being able to fill and fix your muscles, I should say.
And also, if you're someone that kind of wakes up hungry in the morning or wakes up during the night hungry, the casein will help to kind of hold you over throughout the night too. So that's really good. You can make it into a pudding. That's what I always like doing, was mixing it with like almond milk or something and making it into a pudding. And I would throw a bunch of other stuff. I would throw like raspberries and peanut butter and like granola and stuff like that in it. So you can really make it any way that you want. But it's a nice little dessert, healthy dessert.
And one thing you also want to talk about is we don't want to use protein shakes as meal replacement. That's another big thing. People are like, well, I'm just going to have a protein shake. Great that you're getting the protein in, but you're not getting the carbs and the fats that your body needs. So Driven also sells a Profusion 7, which is a meal replacement shake as well too. And it's kind of like a meal filler. You can in between, depending on what your goals are for your nutrition. You could use it in many different ways, but it adds up a little bit more of those carbohydrates so you do have the energy. So if you're not eating a full meal or you don't have snacks with you, it's a really good replacement that can come in really quick. It's easy to carry with you. So if you're on the go and you're always on the road, it's something easy. You could just pour some water into, shake it up, and you'll be good to go as well too. But just make sure that you're not using whey protein or a protein shake as a meal replacement. It's not sustainable. And also, you know, when we're talking about when we should take protein, a lot of us talk about taking protein after we work out, which is good, but you don't have to. And I want to stress this as well too. Like, you don't have to be killing a protein shake if we did, you know, if we did an 8-minute workout and we're still moving. You're not breaking your muscles down so much that this has to get into your system right away. So just because you're not getting that protein shake right after a workout, it's okay. Just take it throughout the day. Look at it as adding to the protein that your body needs throughout the day. It doesn't have to be right after that workout or right before that workout. As long as you're putting it in there, it's just an easy way to kind of give your body a little bit of a boost and bump up your protein numbers, which a lot of people lack getting into their system. And since we got the protein, which is mainly filled with amino acids, we're going to go into aminos. So why do we want aminos?
So aminos will help kind of aid in that muscle repair and recovery process, and it'll help decrease, or I would say decrease the amount of muscle breakdown that you have. So usually with your aminos, you can drink this before, during, or after your workout. You can just mix it with water. Personally, what I like to do is drink it during, and I'll mix it, and that's what I'll sip on during my workout. And I really do feel a difference in my energy levels during my workouts. And I felt a difference too in my recovery a lot too. I felt like I was able to just recover a lot better. I was putting on muscle better. I was getting stronger. But yeah, I really like aminos, and like I said, I drink them during my workout.
Yeah, so ultimately those aminos are doing the same thing with those proteins, just you're just getting straight amino acids in there. So it's going to really help with the muscle building aspect of this. It's like aminos are really good if you are pushing it really hard. We're feeling, or we have a longer, harder workout where our body is going to be sore. It's always good to like preload aminos into your system. So if you see on our schedule, we've got like, you know, even if you're hitting like a 20-minute workout, if you haven't done a longer one in a while.
Or if there's a lot of lifting in a workout and stuff too, that would be a good time to take the aminos.
Yep.
You could do like half before, half after, something like that. Usually I won't finish mine during my workout, so I'll finish the rest right after.
Yeah, and I usually will take a full serving before and do my workout. And then if I'm like, oh man, this is going to make me feel sore, I'll make sure I hit the aminos again. Like, you can add up, like, you can take a good amount of aminos, and that's what I suggest, especially with that. You have a serving size that they tell you of what you should be taking, but depending on your body weight, your height, the exertion, your exercise, and what you're doing, depends on the amount of aminos that you need. So it's something that you're going to have to play around with into your system. But what I would always say is just start with 1 scoop, see how you feel. If you're feeling next day, maybe go to 2 scoops, see if your body recovers a little bit better, but play around with that, and it can definitely really help with the soreness that you guys have on with your muscles and helping to build those muscles. Yep. And when we're talking about, earlier we were talking about whey protein and how, in general, you're on a vegan protein right now because some wheys don't fit well into your system. We also want to talk about the gut. Actually, nope. That's not gut. That's not gut. We want to talk about gut health a little bit about this too. So we have B and Gs, berries and greens, pretty much is what they call it. It's got 11 probiotics in it, which I'm a huge fan of. We're doing a lot of studies about the gut-brain axis, and if our gut is unhealthy, it increases our stress, increases our anxiety, as well as the processing of whey proteins into our system. If we don't have a good base in our gut, this is going to cause some issues with the gut as well too. But overall, I would highly suggest taking and trying this. Even if you try it for 30 days, get a good base in your stomach and see what happens with your mental focus, your stress levels, your anxiety, also how well your body takes in food and digestive system. And you know, Nadine, I know you've been working with obviously a nutritionist and working with gut health as well too. So I'd love to hear your opinion on probiotics and kind of adding that into your diet.
Yeah, so especially, so I definitely experienced that, like when my gut was like super imbalanced and I was experiencing a lot of like irritability, a lot of big energy drops during the day. Just my mental focus was not there. I was getting a lot of mental fog. So now that I'm really starting to kind of dial in the whole digestive health thing and really focus on my nutrition, trying to get a good balance inside of my gut, I've been feeling a lot better as far as my energy goes. My digestion in general has just been so much better. But yeah, I would definitely recommend trying those. The probiotics are super, super important to keep your gut in harmony. But I would say, like Andrew said, 30 days, because you're really not going to know if it works if you only do it for like a week. You need to do it for like a month to really see if it's actually benefiting you.
Yeah, and I always like, for any time I like to try out products and try them out before I give them to you guys, because I want to know whether I'm selling a product that I believe in. And that's a big thing for us here, is that we're going to sell you guys products that we truly believe in, not just to make a quick dollar, not because it's the fancy thing that's on the shelves. We don't believe in that. We're truly trying to get the health and wellness aspect of that. And this is such a simple thing that you can add. It doesn't taste like hell either. It tastes good, but I noticed even coming off of it, after I did 30 days on it, you get kind of like, I get a little bit of that brain fog. It was the big thing that or I have like too many ideas in my head that I can't focus. And I was like, wow, it seems so simple, of just taking something to build your gut, but we never think about that either. We never think about our gut being tied into our brain fog, being tied into our stress, anxiety, and everything else that's going on in this world. So we do have plenty of these in stock, berries and greens. We've got about 7 or 8 of these. So once again, all this stuff will be on first come, first serve, but we do have a pre-order for you guys as well too. But I just got done working out, Nadine. I'm tired. Or excuse me, I just got done with work. If I didn't have this job. I got done with work. I worked a long day. I want to hit the gym because I have goals, but I don't have energy. What is something we can take to kind of give us a little bit of energy so we could tackle that workout the best we can without feeling kind of lethargic?
So I'd say a good one would be this Disrupt right here. So it's like a pre-workout, but a lot of pre-workouts, if you've ever tried them before, they do kind of weird things to your body. They'll make you super tingly. They'll make you super jumpy and kind of make you too wired. And some of them digest weird too. I've never had good digestion on pre-workouts. When I tried this, it was like the perfect amount of energy. I think it only has like maybe 120 milligrams of caffeine, which for me personally is like the perfect amount. I would even drink like half before, and then you could drink a little bit during. But I believe this has, it has BCAAs too, so it has your aminos in it as well. The taste is really good too, but I would say especially if you're coming straight from work and you're kind of dragging a little bit, your energy dipped, I would definitely give this a try. And like I said, when I tried that helped a ton, and it gave me good focus. I wasn't shaky. I didn't get these weird like numbness or tingling or anything like that.
With this Disrupt, I love this fresh lemonade. It's a killer flavor too, especially summertime. You even throw it with some ice and you have it chilled. It is like having an iced tea, and that's what I think I love about Driven products too, is pretty much all their flavors are killer. I'm not a big fan of the watermelon aminos, and there's a couple flavors that they have that they just taste fake. But
lemon and lemonade is always a pretty safe flavor. That one always tastes pretty good.
But with this, the big thing is it really is that perfect amount. If you've ever taken like a C4 or something, or you're taking a pre-workout, or maybe you had too many cups of coffee and you get those like jitters, that's what I hate, and I don't like taking pre-workouts because of that. And with the Disrupt, it's that perfect balance. Like sometimes the ones that only have 80 milligrams, I'm like, I still feel lethargic. And then the ones that are like, let's have 300 milligrams. I'm just like, geez, I'm like a crack addict, and I can't even focus on the lifting. So this is a really good balance. Lots of people, this is a big seller that we had when we were at the old facility. This one right here, like I said, was a big seller for a purpose. It worked really well and was really good. And then what do we have? We have glutamine. Awesome. So, you know, when we talk about amino acids and recovering our muscles, our amino acids are also into our skeletal system as well. And glutamine does a good job at replenishing that. So this is going to be dealing with more of the skeletal and immune system, of providing those amino acids to that as well too. So another recovery element to this. So if we're getting in a good amount of protein and aminos and we still feel like hours later or the day later that we're having a hard time recovering, we could always try throwing a little glutamine in there to help with your skeletal system and just boost that immune system overall. So this is another one of those things that's a big seller. So we pretty much dragged out all the big sellers that we usually have, minus the B&Gs. This is relatively new, but a huge fan, and I really think you guys should check that out without a doubt.
Yeah.
And then we got one last thing. Yeah, Charlotte's Web. It's another one of our products that we're really happy to have because it is a CBD. It is the cleanest CBD you can find on the market. Look it up. It's not just the raves and reviews, all the awards that it has won for being one of the best out there. It comes in different sizes, bottle sizes in general too, but also how many milligrams that you're going to get of CBD. So we have the 17 milligram and we have a 60 milligram, and we also have a bigger one too as well. But these are really good. You know, for me, a lot of it is that pain at nighttime when I'm trying to settle down, when my brain is going too fast and I need to just kind of like shut it off. This is a good, healthy way. With the amount of cannabinoid receptors that we have, I think are 12 times the amount of opioid receptors in our body. So this stuff can really impact and slow that body down, relax it, and set yourself up for a good night's sleep, or just take away a lot of that chronic pain that's nagging you all the time. I know you've been taking some CBD as well too.
Yeah. So I use the Charlotte's Web sleep gummies.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I've been using. But I tried a bunch of different CBD products before to try and help me sleep. I'm one of those people that I know a lot of other people are like this, that you get really wired before you go to bed. And that's when you start thinking about everything that just went on during the day or everything going on the next day, and it's hard to fall asleep. But when I started taking that, like, I, one, fell asleep a lot faster, and two, I like slept through the night. And that's something that I would like never do, is sleep through the night. But I would say Charlotte's Web was the best company that I found for CBD.
And we do sell the gummies as well too. They're going to be up on our pre-order. So hopefully we give you guys a kind of an overview on some of the, I guess, the most common supplements that we have that actually have been proven to work. They're not just throwing stuff out there. I mean, we could also sell tons of other things, whether it's vitamins and creatine and all that stuff, but we don't want to just give you guys everything at once. We really think it's to kind of slowly drip that in, try these products out, see how your body feels, and start off with a simple one. Like I said, start off with these B&Gs and maybe start off with some whey protein is a good start right there. Maybe throw in the pre-workout if you're, you haven't, your energy is low when you're coming to the gym. I would say start off with those. If we start adding in everything and then you don't have a clue what's working and what's not working, and that defeats the entire purpose of what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that you guys feel your body and be happy. Your happy body, you're going to have that freedom of movement. That nutrition is going to be tied in as well too. So like I said, check out the B&Gs, check out the whey protein, and also the Disrupt if that kind of suits you. And then later on we'll go into talking about things like creatine, vitamins, and all that other stuff that really isn't important this time, especially in your fitness right now. What that's at, it's just getting that baseline, making sure that our body feels good, recovers, so we can come back in and hit it hard.
Yep.
Thanks, Nadine.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys soon. Yep. Supplements, that's what we're talking about today. Obviously, we have a bunch of them. We're going to not say anything like this because this was bad. All right, let's try that again. Supplements is what we're talking about today. And then that's what I'm doing with Nadine. I'm just touching. I don't know what to do with my hands. We're going to take that as round 3.
Did you say like a lot of, I don't know.
Oh, go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
No,
Nadine, hit it. Ready?
No, you go.
3, 2, 1, Nadine.
No, you go.
Go.
No, you go. You're the tribal leader.
You're a tribal leader.
You're supposed to. You're
the visionary tribal leader.
You're the elder. So.
Thanks. You're the younger. You're the younger tribal leader. Okay, what do we got? We have amino acids over.